Hey yo, welcome back. It's Coach O. Back to another video. Excited, missed you guys. It's been a week. We go 1 week without putting out a film, and I just miss you guys so much. um, so, if you haven't already subscribed to my page and you like daily basketball content, you like the content that I'm putting out, don't be shy. Just hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Make sure you keep the notifications on, and for you to be able to see and keep up with what's going on. And let's keep getting better and keep pushing the game. Okay, so I have to swallow my pride and say that I had Dallas very high up in my Western Conference predictions. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. But I don't know what's going on with Dallas. It's weird because you look at LUKA, he's averaging almost MVP numbers, and you look at the record, and they're like third from last in the middle of the Western, third from last at the bottom of the Western Conference. So we're gonna take a deeper look at that. We're gonna take a deeper look at that. All on the NBA app. These are just defensive clips. So the first thing that comes to mind is the first 3 plays or pick and rolls. Is there any pressure on the ball handlers? Do the ball handlers look uncomfortable doing their moves? Let's start back from the top. This is number 1. Super comfortable. Cameron Johnson, who's not one of your main pick and roll ball handler, feels like he can make that pocket pass. There's no real pressure per se on what's going on. Here, Booker's just gonna fly into that one. And now let's take a look at Chris Paul. You got it. It starts with ball pressure, especially on defense. If you let offense kind of dictate, then you're reacting to what the offense is you're reacting to what the offense is doing, and you'll always be 1 step behind. That was too easy. You can't switch that. Bully. Now this play right here starts off with the breakdown at the top of the key. Like, of course, what we're gonna pay attention to is we're gonna see the finish. We're gonna see the finish over Porzingis, which is a great finish by Devin Booker. Let's take a closer look at that. Off this handoff, Jason Richardson does not get hit. He cannot get beat going to the basket, which is exactly what happens here. I could have understood if he got hit by a screen, but in this scenario, he doesn't get touched by the screen. It's funny because in college, I was always a big man. And like whenever I would, nice pass. It's funny because in college, whenever I was a big man, and it's like, I wish I would have been able to watch film like this, because a lot of times when my guards would get beat on the perimeter, I would help out. Almost the same situation like we just saw. So almost the same situation. So let's imagine like I am Porzingis in this situation. A lot of the times, same situation as this, I would help out and get scored on, or what I would do is I would come help out, and then the guard would just dish it to Ayton, which would be my player, right, 22, and then just score. And a lot of times my teammates would get mad at me because they're like, yo, why are your man scoring, But, I mean, at the end of the day, the breakdown happens on the perimeter. So I just thought it would be fun to share. You gotta watch film. I wasn't watching film in like these past couple of months, I've really like started watching it, and it's like opened up my mind to like everything that's happening in the game. Makes the game easier too. The heck was that? Whoa. Whoa. Running lanes. Most of the times, 70 to 80% of the time, when you turn the ball over, just like this situation right here, turn the ball over, most of the time, it's almost like you're giving an assist to the other team because your defense doesn't have the time to set. When you turn the ball over, your defense doesn't have the time to set, and you give up like mismatches, cross matches in transition. In this, Phoenix gets all the way to the basket, getting lit. My thing with LUKA too. Like LUKA's LUKA's seen as the leader on this team. Like he can't. Like he's gotta mature a little bit more. You know, cannot happen. Open threes in transition. Hey, let me say this. All you young players, you guys want to go far in basketball, 70, 80% of y'all are not going to have the ball in your hand most of the time. So what you got to do is make sure you're affecting the pace of the game. You're sprinting to those corners. You're creating opportunities for your team. You're making the ball handler see you. Get ahead of the ball, which is exactly what Cameron Johnson tries to do. Best time to get layups is when there's cross matches in transition. You get those layups, right? Or sprint to the corners, get some open corner threes when defense is scrambling to find out. Here, Chris Paul does a great cross-court pass. And if you're Dallas, that cannot happen. He doesn't make it, but that's a good shot. The coaches will take that nine times out of 10. Chris Paul makes this shot over here, but pay attention. So this is off of a missed shot, right? Off of a missed shot. He's getting the ball, bring the ball up. So here, defense is scrambling. You can see we got one player pointing, hey, yo, get my player. And then Porzingis has to step up. Porzingis has to step up to guard our ball handler over here. So defense is discombobulated. They don't really know what's happening. In this situation right here, yes, Chris Paul makes the shot, but we got to understand what Phoenix is doing an excellent job at doing is these guys are running all the way down to the corner. So that opens up that lane for Chris Paul. If he wants to drive left, he wants to drive right, that opens up that lane. You guys could see that they sprint all the way down to the corners, which opens up the floor even more. Instead of having your player just sprint and then just wait right here, and then you got a wall in front of Chris Paul. So great job by Phoenix. Spacing is so key. But you gotta help your teammates by, making a lot of attention to the details. We gotta box out. What is happening? Like, these guys are so comfortable. Who's guarding? Is this a zone? I didn't catch that the first time. But was that a zone? I feel like it's a zone. Yeah. Okay. Let's move over to the fourth quarter because this was a good game in the fourth. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to this page so we could keep getting this film going and we could keep helping each other get better. 6 minutes left. 95-92. Now what? Little details. Put a body on your man. Yeah, it's cool to have a vert, but if Porzingis would have stayed on the ground, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy for thinking that, but like if Porzingis stays on the ground, puts a body on Ayton and pushes back, Ayton doesn't get that rebound. Ayton might have gotten away with a little push too, but you gotta do your job. You gotta box out. We'll see it again here. Have patience. That's a great defensive sequence. You gotta attack good. That's what you talk about. That's good. Off the offensive rebound. Oh, what a look. Chris Paul really doing his thing. Good pass, swing it. Oh, good block, Porzingis. Good block. This wasn't a bad game down the stretch. So let's see how they get this advantage. It all starts off. Chris Paul gets a ball screen from DeAndre Ayton, and they're just gonna stay. They're gonna commit to it. They're gonna send two to the ball. They do a good job at moving this ball over here. Now, what Ayton has to do, Ayton has to play big because Ayton doesn't have anybody on there. Ayton's got to park himself underneath that basket. He has to. Because now the big is on the perimeter. If he draws to here, then that creates something for his team. Ayton's got to park himself here. Now, keep mixing them up. I feel like it's Mikal Bridges, 25. Mikal Bridges can't just stay into that corner. Because now this defender is able to guard two players at the same time, right? So what you have to understand is when your person guarding you goes and help, you have to create something to make them pay. So right now they're helping out on this. They're helping out on this. You have to make them pay for going to help to leave you. So what he has to do is he has to lift out of the corner, because then what that's going to do is that's going to create a longer closeout for the defense. And then we can keep our advantage going. But he doesn't do that. He stays. And now what makes it easy is that he's able to guard two players at once. He could guard here and come right back. Now Porzingis had the chance to come back. But look how quickly everything just shut up. Everything just shut. All the options just closed down very easily. Let's take this advantage right here. Take advantage, roll hard. Ayton's can't just stay. Ayton has to get to, spacing is so key. Let's take it from the top. Sorry, we're getting excited. Use this ball screen. Ayton can't stop, okay? Ayton has to get to this back, to the front of this ring. Now, over here, defense is gonna have to make a decision. When he goes and help here, when he helps, you gotta use the defender's momentum. When he goes and help, you gotta lift. Lift up here. Because then what's gonna happen is that player has to close out, and then you can drive attack the closeout. Or maybe you could throw it to Ayton, right? But this just staying here, you allow him to guard two people, which is what he does. He's guarding one. And it gives that chance to guard right back. So, it's little details. Little details. Yeah, Book. Offensive rebounds are killers. Chris Paul knows, he knows his spots. You know Chris Paul is always going to be aggressive, especially going to his right. You know Chris Paul wants to shoot that. Going to his right, uses that ball screen, see if it's not there, I'm going to shoot that. Because now what that's going to do is on the next play, you are going to overreact. Now defense knows, okay, Chris Paul is aggressive on that. And he should take another, yup. And now exactly like I was saying, because the first one he was so aggressive, now defense for any little thing, they're going to overreact. So here, Porzingis was already going this way, anticipating the right side drive. But Chris Paul reads the second line of defense and drives it going back towards his left. Nice shot. Good shot. Okay, so let's see. Attacking the switch. Okay? Attacking the switch. What we've been talking about in our videos that our bigs are not able to move very well laterally. Okay? So you have that foot speed. If you have a big guarding at the perimeter, you can beat them to the basket. Because now what's happening is this. Off this switch over here, Booker has Porzingis on him, which means that there's no rim protection. So Booker has to be able to use that speed to go downhill. Now, for young hoopers, if ever you're trying to beat someone going downhill, what you got to do is you got to back up a little bit and get down full speed. If you don't have the kind of speed that Devin Booker has, where he's able to just accelerate on the dime, then what you got to do is you got to back up, pass the ball to the wing, back up, and then attack your defender. So that's how you kind of use the momentum against them. And you'll get to the rim because if he gets all the way to the rim, who's shot blocking? That's a small player is trying to shot block. And if you miss, what happens over here? You're big. You're big to grab the offensive rebound. So don't bail the defense out, even though he does make the shot over here. Don't bail the defense out. Make them pay, especially bigs when bigs are trying to guard you on the perimeter. Make them pay. Ooh, 20 seconds. Oh, wow. Okay, so even for the greatest, this happens. I guess Chris Paul was really anticipating for LUKA to come help out. So he misses that layup at the end. Right? So he missed that layup at the end. I guess he was anticipating. That's what happens when you overthink. Oh. Well, that's just Booker being Booker. What a play, though, eh? If we look at what's happening on the other side, he's going to curl this one. Their defense is going to try to guard the curl. It's very hard to guard two actions in a row. That's exactly what happened. So now it's a little screen-to-screener action on the weak side. Booker's going to get that, and Booker is going to create just enough separation for Booker to get that shot. Look at Booker. Booker's like one stop. I like Booker's growing right in front of our eyes. Let's look at to finish off our film session. Let's look at now. What did they do? What did Dallas do? Let's go with about 6 minutes left. Let's go with about 6 minutes left. Let's go with about 6 minutes left. What kind of offense are they running? I was expecting more of their offense. Good. I guess what hurts too is when you got a big that could stretch the floor out like that. Like Porzingis is gonna have to be good. Like especially if a rim protector is guarding Porzingis, he's gonna have to pop every single time because he's gonna be able to get a shot over the smaller defenders. But also if it's a rim protector are so worried about guarding the rim that you create that separation by popping out. He's gonna have to be big. Remember, we were just talking about it on the other side with Phoenix. Don't bail the big out. See, don't bail the big out because the rim protector is on the perimeter. You have to go to the basket because nobody's blocking your shot. And you know LUKA is able to drive, put his body on him, right? Don't bail him out with a fadeaway. Don't bail him out with a fadeaway. That's at that moment, that's what they want. Hey. That was offense by accident. That's offense by accident. LUKA just threw it up. That was offense by accident. But what a dunk though. Look, got a mismatch. Anticipate someone's gonna double. Good. That's good recognition. See Porzingis got a mismatch? That's good recognition. You gotta clear for your best player. You gotta help your best player create offense for you. Spacing is so important. With Tim Hardaway just sitting over here, what's happening is that LUKA sees bodies. Like here, we gotta be that's simple basketball. Corners gotta be filled. Both corners gotta be filled. And if you're at the top of the wing over the free throw line, don't just stand in this situation. Don't just stand over here. You gotta space out over here. Because now what's happening is that LUKA is seeing bodies. Even if LUKA wants to drive right, there's a whole body right here at the elbow. So you gotta try to clear this elbow frame. So you gotta space out over here. It's little details, but it makes such a big difference. And over here, even if LUKA wants to drive going to the left, like, we're too lifted over here. Get to the corner. Get to the corners. Now you put yourself in LUKA's situation. Do you feel, that's why off the ball is so important. Elbows covered, elbow, we got a 7-footer at the elbow, and we got Chris Paul at the elbow. He has nowhere to drive. We have nowhere to drive, right? So, and then we settle. Shot selection hasn't been that great. Same concept right here. Here we're at the top, but we are lifted over here and we're waiting. Like, I don't know if it's defense's plan or whatever, but it's hard for the ball handler to drive, especially at the top. That wasn't bad. Good action. Good action off the elbow. That was a good action off the elbow. As the action came towards him, came to set the screen, this was a good action off the elbow. Would have probably been better if they would have exchanged, if Richardson would have been here and here, but because then you have a guard going downhill. It's a lot of standing around. Like, I don't know why they went away from the pick and roll with Porzingis and Luka. It was working. The pick and pop with Porzingis and Luka. I don't know why they went away from it. Get to the basket. Good. I don't know why they went away from the pick and roll with Luka. So it's all little things. I mean, like I said, I just, it's about the pieces fitting properly. And right now it's just not clicking. And I know there was a lot of hype beginning of the season with Luka trying possibly winning MVP and everything like that. But right now they're in a hole. You know, Porzingis just coming back, and I know a lot of their players had been tested positive for COVID, right? So, you know, it's about putting everything together. But yesterday was a good game. Hopefully they could bounce back. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for sticking to the end. If you like Film Room series, hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends, keep sharing that knowledge. And again, if there's anything you guys want to see, shoot those in the comments. Let me know. I'm always willing to do it. This is for y'all, this is for us. So let's keep getting better. This is Coach O. Catch you on the next video.